For something a little festive. Woo! Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together and keep it going for GW!
Hello. I feel as if the guys played a trick on me. They said we're all going to wear something Christmassy. But I'll let you into a little secret. I'm not actually Santa. It's me, JW. If I look tired, that's because I've given up. I've reached that age where strange things start to happen to you, things that you can't predict. Oddities, a bit like Billy's wife having to wear socks to bed. The other day I noticed something for the first time, and I'm a bit embarrassed to tell you, but I started to notice that Marks and Spencer's clothes look alright. So yeah, I am actually a bit tired because last night at 3 AM, instead of sleeping like I should be, I found myself still scrolling, looking for that one last dopamine fix. And we come across all these tests, don't we? Self-diagnosed. So last night, I diagnosed myself with autism, ADHD, and the menopause. But actually, they're nonsense, aren't they? Because I was doing the autism test and I got to question 4, and if you're really autistic, you're going to get stuck. It says, are you one of the first in your friend group to notice changes in others' physical appearance? And you'd be like, what the fuck's a friend group? Sorry, Mum. Yeah. So I started with the ADHD test, but then I remembered something I needed to check on Facebook, and saw another one of these even more ridiculous little quizzes that you do. It came up saying, what bird family do you belong to? And I thought, I've never thought I'd be that. I wonder what bird family I belong to. But then I just went off and started thinking about nursery rhymes, and wouldn't it be funny if nursery rhymes were rude? Something like Old MacDonald, so Old Dyslexic had a farm, A-E-O-I-U. Or Humpty Dumpty, all the king's horses and all the king's men couldn't put One Direction together again. Okay, we found our level. But I think I was thinking about nursery rhymes because I've recently become a proud father. Thank you. My daughter's 13, but last night, for the first time, she burped, farted, and picked her nose simultaneously. So very proud. But yeah, now that my daughter is a teenager, I've been reflecting on my parenting skills. And I thought, actually one of the most valuable parenting lessons I got was from Jason Manford, of all people. So any parents in the room, we've all done this. You do the thing where I'm going to count to 3, and you better have stopped or started or whatever it is you want them to do. And he went on about how you would go 1, 2, 2.5. You better never get to 3 because it's a bluff and you've got nothing. Well, I knew my daughter, and my parents will attest to this, she would 100% call that bluff. So I had to have something very specific, and I had to follow through on it. So this one time, she's pointing the water pistol at me after squishing me 5 times in the face already. She says, right, I'm going to count to 3, and if you've not stopped pointing that water pistol at my face, I'm going to dunk you in the bath with your clothes on. Thanks for that one, Dad. She stared me down like a villain out of a Dirty Harry movie. You could see the cogs turning. Is he bluffing? Is he not? Would he do that when I'm in my brand new hoodie? And she made her decision, and in slow motion she pulled that trigger, and a torrent of water slapped me bang in the face. So surfboard up the stairs in the bath, that's it went. But I knew that the next time this happened, she would know that there's not a bath ready. So I had to have something else. I had to think on my feet and improvise. So I said, I'm going to count to 3, and if I get to 3, I'm going to fart on your pillow. Yeah, I know. Not my proudest dad moment, I get it. But you better hope I don't follow through on that one. So now that my daughter is a teenager, you go into a room and it's like any other teenager's room, stuff all over the place, there's clothes all over the floor. And you can't tell what's dirty or clean, whether it's ready for the washing or not. And we've all got one, don't we? We've all got that pile of clothes, whether it's in the corner of your room, whether it's over the back of a chair. It's that laundry day purgatory. It's not quite clean enough to go away, it's not quite dirty enough for the wash. And in our house we affectionately refer to it as the stinky pile. And I started thinking about a little song that goes like this. When you're off to bed, step out your clothes. You wore them once, but who would know?
Yeah.
Don't need a wash out for a while. Thanks, John. So they settle in the stinky pile. It's only been warm for a while, so I put it in the stinky pile. It's not fresh enough to put away, but I'll wear it again another day. Don't judge me, that's my style. Long live the stinky pile. There's the pants I took off last night. Just a few skid marks, they seem alright. I'll flip them round like I don't care. And for one more day, they're good to wear. Again, another day. Judge me, that's my style. Long live the stinky pile. T-shirt from last Saturday night. A sniff test says it's still alright. I'll leave it there for another while. I'm proud part of this stinky pile. It's only warm for a while, so I put it in the stinky pile. It's not fresh enough to put away, but I'll wear it again another day. Don't judge me, that's my style. Long live the stinky pile. Ask their wife to have a sniff, to double check there's not a whiff. It's not too bad, I put it on, and one from the stinky pile is gone. So here's the clothes in between. Not too dirty, but they're not quite clean. They've only been worn for